Hey,
Welcome back to the number one podcast you've never heard of, the Life's a Beach podcast. My name's Atwood. Got Brandon, Jeremy with me, Daniel on the ones and
What's
twos.
up?
what's good? What's good?
What's happening?
By the ones and twos, I guess I'm referring to your computer and TV.
3s, 4s, 5s, and 6s.
Yeah, a lot of shit going on in here. Another beautiful Sunday.
It's a wonderful fucking Sunday, actually. Riot Sunday. We love it around here in Myrtle Beach.
Protest. We support protest.
Not riots.
No riots around here. We're peaceful.
But if riots have to happen, we're all right with it.
But I think riot is a good word to explain the internet the past couple of days. A lot of things to talk about. A lot of things to talk about. From celebrities stealing to conspiracy theories from billionaires.
How? No. Tell me more.
I like the setup.
So who killed Jeffrey Epstein?
Wow. Oh, my God.
If he's actually dead.
Oh.
Is he dead?
No, come on. He's dead. That dude is dead. That dude is dead.
If anybody could still be alive, it's him.
Like when you die in Call of Duty Warzone and it's like you're set, you don't even get the gulag. You're dead. He's dead.
He done. No
Done.
Reincarnation for
I mean, I would believe you if I knew there was a video that existed of him dying.
Why would
that makes sense.
let's just say it, why would the Clintons want him alive?
I mean, that's true, but at the same time, like,
They want little baby booty.
And their rap sheet for getting people killed,
I bet Hillary's
seems
fucking
pretty. What is it like?
thirst.
30-something people.
I
that
seriously think if
mysteriously
anybody
died.
can fake their own death, it's somebody with shitloads of money at their
Absolutely.
disposal. And like
That makes
2
sense.
days, so like 2 days before his alleged suicide, he transferred all of his money to like his Cayman Islands or one of those offshore bank accounts or whatever.
Oh, wow.
Which, I mean, it could be taken to one of two ways. It could be like, oh, this is an asshole who doesn't want his victims to have any form of restitution, which could be true too.
Right.
Or he was planning to have some sort of escape plan.
How you have an escape plan though from inside prison?
You pay a bunch of people off.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can
Like,
pay
if you
people.
pay-
You pay one of the
theoretically,
most
if you-
notoriously underfunded prisons with like
I
slack
get
ass
that.
staff. Come on,
Right.
now.
I get that,
Theoretically,
but
if you paid enough people off, you could do anything.
Yeah, but I also think
Facts.
that there's people of just as much, if not more power, that wanted him dead.
That's true, but also like
And they had him where they wanted him.
No, they didn't want him to talk. They didn't necessarily want him
Exactly,
Yeah.
but they had him in a prison. And let's just be honest, dude. There's mad CEOs of prisons that are already corrupt as hell, bringing shit in, getting paid
Right.
off,
Right.
things like
Right.
that.
Every
That's how
prison.
shit interests. So just think of what one would do for, let's say, I don't know, 75,000.
I think that there is benefit in having someone disappear and be made and declared legally gone. But I think this ties back into this most recent bit of news with the anonymous release recently of like some of his black book, which is like a PDF of his like basically his ledger of all his like contacts and shit.
See, this man was so confident that he had a ledger.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like, what if one of us had a book of everybody we bought illegal shit from?
Maybe it's like his black book of like blackmail.
What if
I
it's his
mean-
black book of blackmails?
His blackmail book.
There was apparently shitloads of photographs and stuff confiscated like in the last raid, like on his house. And they confiscated like pictures and
Of Bill
jewels.
Clinton with like a dress on too.
Oh, I know that actually is true. There is
Yeah.
He had a painting of that. Yeah,
Yeah,
there was
a painting of
Who
like
the
Bill
fuck?
Clinton wearing a red dress.
Yeah.
Wait, I've never. Wait,
it was
wait,
him
wait,
wearing
wait,
the
wait,
blue.
Can we
it
pull
was
that
him,
up?
It was
Can we
him. Wearing,
rewind? Yeah, I need to.
it was
see
him
this.
wearing the blue Monica dress.
Okay, time out,
yeah,
fellas.
that's it.
Who commissions a fucking painting
Yeah, who's Mrs. fucking man?
of Bill Clinton in his dress?
He painted
Somebody who don't give a fuck.
No, they give a lot of fucks.
Here it is.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh my god!
That's it.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead and save that to your computer so I can put it in the file.
Oh my god. Unacceptable.
You know how much that painting's probably worth?
Priceless.
Probably where. Yeah.
It's probably just like a joke too that he did.
make sure I got my good heels
Yeah, he said it was
on.
hanging up there prominently as soon as you walked in a room to the right. Everybody who saw it laughed and smirked.
That is $56 million home.
Yeah, you can get a print online starting at $40 if you want. There's also one with George Bush playing
What is that on the floor?
paper airplanes and blocks. It's called War Games. The title of this painting, by the way, is called
Could that be like
Parsing
a thing?
Bill.
Could that be a hint at the World Trade Centers? The 2 blocks?
Well, it was painted in 2012, so sure. It's not like it was some sort of foreshadowing.
Because
Right.
all I'm saying is, like, the Bill Clinton and Monica thing actually happened, and he's making fun of it here. So maybe him being a billionaire, he might have other knowledge that, that maybe 9/11 was an inside job, and that's why he's got old fucking Bush there with the blocks. That's all I'm saying.
I think that.
Well, he didn't paint this. It was somebody else who painted this.
I thought the Monica dress was a black dress.
I
thought it was red for some reason, but yeah, there it is.
Yeah, it's
This
crazy.
is very
Was that
weird.
the Mandela effect?
So can somebody paint this
I thought it
picture
was
for me?
black.
Why is he?
That's why he's
What
seen
was the
come.
purpose of this?
He's wearing the dress of his
Monica Lewinsky.
Monica Lewinsky wore.
That
That was-
victim.
Yeah, that had jizz on it.
So is this like a
one that-
speculation that this is a real pose picture that he really did, or
No,
just
No,
somebody
it's
just
no,
just
playing?
a satire of
yeah,
him
it's a-
wearing that dress.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, I see. Okay.
Because that dress is so famous or whatever.
Yeah, and because that's the whole scandal he
Infamous.
had while he was president.
Yeah.
That sucked off, man. Hey.
Yeah. And he penetrated her with a cigar.
Y'all sure it was a
Really?
dress?
Yeah, dude, that's truth. It's on the record, dog.
Yeah.
He penetrated her with a cigar.
And then he
smoked it.
probably smoked
And
it.
he did smoke it, yeah. It's on the record, yeah.
It's
Kenneth Starr,
fucking disgusting,
who bring
dude.
to bring it back full circle. Kenneth Starr ended up. Kenneth Starr was the one who led the investigation against Bill Clinton to discover all the. And he was originally because of the what's it called Blackwater. What's it called? You know what I'm talking about.
I know.
It was some sketchy business deals. So the Clintons, he originally started to investigate that, and they couldn't find any evidence. So he jumped to the Monica Lewinsky thing, and he's the one who uncovered Monica Lewinsky, based on a tip. But Kenneth Starr ended up, to bring it full circle, ended up becoming Jeffrey Epstein's defense attorney.
Wow.
Small world.
Yeah, real small.
Wait, who was his defense attorney?
The dude who led the big ass investigation
okay,
against
gotcha.
Bill Clinton.
Damn.
So yeah.
Really
So
awkward.
so what's the deal with the Epstein documentary thing?
It's a hard watch, dude.
It just came out, right?
It's a rough watch. It's on Netflix.
It's just so
It's
sad to
four
know.
episodes. The first episode is probably the hardest. I mean, and there are instances in the next three that are pretty hard. But I mean, it's like it blows up. Like the Kevin Spacey and Chris Tucker affiliation, on this tour to Africa they did. And they talked to his IT guy who, as Jeremy pointed out earlier, anybody who's doing IT for Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you can't.
My dog, probably saw some really gross shit on his first week. And my dude stayed there for 6 years. So and then he had some sort of revelation. Apparently, I'm led to believe.
I bet that dude got paid so much money.
Oh, I bet so too. It doesn't matter,
And he's talking candidly about seeing
It ain't
Prince
worth
Andrew
that.
by the pool and seeing Bill Clinton on the front porch and stuff. Just yeah,
Not
we had
worth
some
it.
real famous people come on through here.
Damn.
My goodness. But I mean, at the end of the day, they probably did. But at the end of the day, dude was real good at hiding it. And we also talked about too, they show clips from his depositions. Dude was a sociopath. He straight up did not believe what he was doing was wrong. I honestly believe that he thought
he knew.
He just didn't.
It was
know.
almost like he knew society saw it as wrong,
But he didn't
felt that they were wrong.
Right. Exactly.
So how did he grow up rich?
I think he was modestly wealthy. And I don't say,
But not billionaire
not
status.
like billionaire status.
he
No,
became.
he networked his way to the top. Kind of.
Right.
I just wonder how much of that networking was a result of driving it becoming easier and easier for him to prey on minors.
Yeah.
What you mean?
Are
that
these
as,
just
a goal?
minors, or are they even below minor?
They kind of they uncovered allegations of girls as young as 12 in the documentary. So
I guess that's still considered a
Yeah, it's
minor.
minor,
It's
yeah.
preteen.
And in the anonymous release just now, they have this thing that you can pull up online of an official court document of like Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump in the same lawsuits. And some of them involving like a 10-year-old, 11-year-old, like some shit, like and like there were 6 that I saw, and like granted, like I'm not. This is like I said, all alleged because I didn't see any specific sources other than this anonymous leak, but the millions of dollars, like six different instances ranging from like $1 million payoff to a $16 million payoff. So it's like saying that that Trump actually had paid these settlements, which, I mean, essentially, he's paying the settlement so they don't talk, but generally how it's seen in the court of public opinion is that when somebody pays a settlement, that they're admitting some sort of guilt.
Right.
You don't usually pay a settlement if you're completely and totally innocent.
Right. Especially to that amount.
Yes, millions, and up to $16 million.
You know what? I'm wrong. I'm wrong about this. I totally am. I'm just gonna pay you $16 million. How about that?
Yeah, you just don't pay $16 million if you totally didn't do anything at all.
That's not surprising to me.
But the truth of the matter is, sometimes there can be a case where if it goes to trial, that trial is going to get publicized, and then the court of public opinion can tear you down, even if you're innocent yourself.
Yeah, that's true too.
And I think that's the legitimate reason that you're able to do that.
And in some cases,
but it's often used just to get out of, because if you throw an absurd amount of money at someone, chances are they're gonna think about dropping it.
Right. It's like you might be able to just pay the settlement, and it'll cost you more in the long run trying to defend yourself.
Right.
With all the court fees or something. Who knows?
And that's nothing to your reputation being destroyed by society.
Right.
Because think about how many people who haven't even been convicted of a crime that we as a society they'll never be able to work again.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And it's already going to destroy your notoriety to some degree.
Right.
Anyways, finding yourself in that kind of position in the court of law for one of those circumstances.
Yeah. That's why it's crazy how many celebrities choose to, like, there's what's that term that, like, it's not, it's like a closed door, non-official legal setting. But you know what I'm talking about? It's like, it's legally binding because you sign your way off on it, but there's no judge. There's no jury. It's just like you just sit down with your lawyers and you hash it out.
A mediator.
Yeah, something along. It's like called something. I can't remember.
It's because they sit there and they say, like, the precedent for this is this much money. Mm-hmm. And they look at previous cases. That's most of what being a lawyer seems to be, is looking at other trials and saying, this trial in this year, they determined this sets a precedent that in this specific case.
Just cross-reference.
Yeah.
Right.
I was looking for the term, but I can't find it because I read something about it recently in a story, but I can't remember the name. Because you're right, it's some sort of mediation, but it's legally binding only because you're signing off on it, not because it's actually a legally binding proceeding or whatever. Anyway, digressions.
It's probably a mediator is probably like a high-end notary. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're like, you're able to sign in front of them. It's legally binding.
Sure.
Right. All right, so should we talk about blasting off into space for the first time since the 70s?
Sure.
5,
And the
4,
privatization
3,
of the outer limits.
1.
NASA's a lie.
That shit blew up like a big blood owl.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh well, yeah, I guess that's good to go."
Looks safe.
It'd be the equivalent of like you're loading your minivan on Friday, and the shit just like fucking blows up.
So
we're
guys,
still
here's
heading
what
to
I guess we're
Minneapolis.
still making this trip.
Yeah.
here's what we're gonna put your family and kids in. Works great. Take her for a test drive.
Yeah, that is crazy though. So I guess SpaceX, they had a test. What was it, like 3 days ago, maybe?
Something like that, yeah.
And then it blew up.
Yeah.
It didn't even make it off the launch pad.
The
rocket?
Yeah,
The
test
rocket.
yeah.
It blew up like off the launch pad. They must have had another launch pad because
No, time out.
that explosion was so big.
Did they have
it
monkeys
was
on
huge,
board?
Do we have?
Or was
do
there
we-
any
Let's find the video and show Brandon.
Yeah. There's video.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Sweet.
So just to give you a little context here, they did the pre-launch. It failed.
Right.
And then they said that they still had plans to launch like 2 days later. And then they launched the other day, and they just made it to the ISS this morning.
Yeah, and they docked.
Yeah.
Where are we launching to, though? Where, or is there a
TV.
specific location they're trying to go? We're just going to the outer
the
atmosphere.
Well, whenever they met up with the International Space Station, it was right over China and Mongolia. In space, obviously, though.
This is like reminds me of that one thing I watched when we were like kids and like somebody was taking
the Challenger
off, and it blew up with people in it.
Well,
everybody started crying.
There was one that blew up on re-entry, I think, and then maybe one or two that blew up.
I'm gonna skip to the blast off. Okay,
everybody's all happy right now. Everybody's
it's looking like it's gonna go. It's looking like it's gonna do the right thing.
Yeah, look, your dad's on board.
I remember the commentator saying that's a lot of smoke, and they're like, yeah, maybe a hose came loose or something, and then they were just talking, and then next thing you know, boom!
Oh God!
Oh
dang.
my fucking!
See, okay, so all right, so this is my beef, and this is actually like I guess something I started to think about when I watched this fucking stupid Space Force show on Netflix, which I was kind of disappointed with. But is it like the privatization of this fucking space and shit is like, you know, it results in shit like this where we don't really have an explanation. You know, we're not owed an explanation because this is a private fucking company.
Right.
Yeah.
And they can say anything that they want to, that they don't want to say to you is a trade secret.
Right.
Oh, it's proprietary. It's good. We can't tell you.
Imagine being one of the astronauts and seeing this shit, and you're like,
fuck.
You're like, fucking nope.
Yeah. We got to go on that shit in 2 days? No.
Yeah.
Hell no.
You can't tell me why this happened?
Yeah.
All right, sweet.
Sir, you are...
Well, they probably told the astronauts why.
No, yeah.
I'm sure they kept it 100 with them, like, listen, guys.
I would have shit in
This is what happened, but we fixed it. You are good to go for tomorrow.
I mean, you know, essentially there's shitloads of liquid methane and liquid oxygen, and something leaked. Sparked up.
Can't have shit leaking, man.
That's the craziest thing. Is just like in watching the fucking all the UFO shit that I've watched the last couple weeks. Like I watched one with like it was like something to do with like NASA files or something, and then like all these astronauts are like, you know, told to be real vigilant to look out for like things flying around, because the thing that they can see flying around could be like, oh, what is that?
Yeah.
Is that a cool thing, or is that a piece of a fucking ship? This is gonna. That's what happened with Challenger. Is that Challenger, when they first got up there into orbit, they were like, oh, look at those things. What are those things flying alongside us? And they ended up being fucking tiles from the bottom of the goddamn ship. That like ended up causing that explosion 5-6 years later when they re-entered. Yeah, so
didn't know that.
Crazy shit. Yeah, like so that's why they have to be like vigilant, and also too like just tangential, but like all the anomalies that astronauts talk about them seeing, so many of them are attributed to like cosmic rays. They say like if they see something, it's just that's cosmic rays.
It's like a mirage.
That's just crazy to think about. Like, I can't even imagine.
It's dust and the way the light.
But if you are dealing with something that we know as little about as space, or even deep under the ocean, at a certain point you can't worry about what you're seeing, because at a certain point it's understood that there are things that we don't know about. And you're just going to freak yourself out if you think about what it could be.
Yeah, right. You're trying to apply human logic to that shit, and it just don't work.
Don't work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like that's what's so crazy about
that. Really is interesting. That is, at a certain point, you have to let go of human logic to progress, because you'll be terrified. Because at the end of the day, we're all here, and we've thought past the point that we're just on a spinning fucking rock.
Right.
We're here fucking alone. So, like, we're lucky to have families and stuff like that, but truly we're just here alone on a big rock spinning in space.
Right.
And we don't know how or when that's going to be over.
Right.
And if you start thinking about that, you can't progress. You're going to stay home. You're just going to fucking get fucked up until, you spin into oblivion.
Mm-hmm. I freak myself out thinking about that shit all the time.
Yeah, that's the thing, and you have to stop to be able to go to work and do things.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But it's just crazy though. Like I'm, even as a little kid, I'm sure we all like have a little like space fantasies as kids or whatever.
Right.
But just to think about like the thing that I always think about in terms of like innovation and NASA leading us forward, and that sort of like that science being necessary. Is there's a story about how
that's in the Bahamas.
Shut up. Fucking NASA developed this through developing this fucking rocket turbine they actually innovated and ended up. This is a really long story, but I'm making it super short. It's like it was this rocket fuel injection mechanism that they were trying to like perfect, and they ended up perfecting it to be applied to like putting out fires. To like for fucking like water going through a hose and it going through a hose in such a right way. It's just some shit I read sometime.
He knows shit.
I had a job where I literally just sat at a computer and fucking dicked around on Twitter and fucking all online like all day. So,
oh wow.
Yeah, I did like 5 minutes worth of work at the end of the day. That was my life. Yeah, this is true facts.
Good life.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I gave that up. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I think the space is interesting. I think that it's less important. I think a lot of other things.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I think innovation just in general is important. You know what I mean? Like,
I believe so too. I would have to hear, kind of like on the Space Force show, I would have to hear the specific things that they're trying to do to make humanity better.
Yeah.
Because if they're just trying to like,
right, are you just trying to make a cool clubhouse up there that we can't go to?
Yeah. Right. Or just more territory to fight over.
Yeah, like you're gonna make a big hotel that the 1% can go to.
Exactly.
Because like we were talking about this earlier, Jeremy, or last night or something. Because I was like making some jokes about living in space or like wanting to go to space. It's just like, man, like nothing is normal. Like from the fucking moment that you thinking about, like from the moment that you exit our atmosphere, nothing that any normal thing from fucking eating to wiping your ass is not the same anymore.
Right.
You know I didn't even think about wiping your ass in space.
I've learned about like taking shits in space.
What happens? Does it just not come out, or does it float out like before?
Dude, let me tell you something.
Right.
I bet
Jacking
the sex
off in
in space is awesome.
I think that they have. They actually have records. I think that they've done it before, and that they have like.
Oh yeah, they've done it.
Dude's just jerking off in space.
I can't imagine like how the blood would travel to my boner in space.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Is like how does your blood would travel differently, and blood has to go to your dick.
They have to do things to like keep your appendages active, and they work out in resistance training in different ways.
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah, you can see like astronaut gyms like in the space station. they do some weird shit for like resistance. Like it's weird.
Yeah, I didn't see.
So wait a second, because I didn't. Wait a second, because I didn't know this. So your blood travels differently throughout your body in space.
Yeah, gravity. Think about it. Like you're floating.
People have like heart tremors and shit when they come back because their heart's not working the same way.
Let's go on.
All right, guys. So
let's move on.
It turns out that one of our favorite YouTube personalities.
Oh, who's that?
He's such a great guy. He's amazing.
Sounds lovable.
Philanthropic?
Sound like he got a fade.
Philanthropy. He's a philanthropist.
Okay.
He sounded like he got a fade with the curly hair on top.
He's the best rapper I've ever heard.
I bet he shaves lines in his head.
And I heard he's never lost a fucking fight either.
Does he have the earrings that hang down?
Who are we talking about?
The Elton John earrings.
Talking about Jake Paul.
Oh my
God.
So apparently this rich motherfucker just does not understand what's appropriate or not. So what's going on, Dave?
Is he looting?
Caught looting at a mall, Arizona, Scottsdale Mall, Friday night.
Does it say what he was looting?
Hey, so well, it's okay. So he was in the middle of this video. So I guess we can watch this video.
Oh, I gotta see this video. He looks like a fucking crackhead in this video.
He always looks like a crackhead.
Get some TVs.
What? Oh shit!
Damn.
Oh shit!
Nobody will know it was me.
God.
He's not
Oh
really doing
shit!
it.
Oh my
to be
God!
fair,
It's
might
getting
not
crazy.
be people in his crib
Oh shit!
Oh shit. They're shooting. Oh. Yeah, those are cops, man. What?
Shit is going down.
Oh, that's on the kid.
Oh shit!
He got there in Florida.
Oh,
they was
shit.
Back at the cops.
Oh, looks like it could be Broadway.
Hey yo, give me a free
Right at the
cologne.
beach. Oh, Celebrity Square.
It's gonna be Broadway tonight.
It does, right? No, it's Logan. Yeah, Logan Paul.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't think they're coming. You don't have to worry about them coming to.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah, go. Nigga, that's not looking for.
Street.
I'm saying I didn't want to say the name of your street, but they ain't coming to your road.
Go.
How did they let them in? Like, so they broke into the mall.
Yeah, I saw a video of a person. I don't know where it was, but they were shooting into the glass of the Gucci store at the mall, trying to break the glass.
I heard they were
What was his statement
anticipating.
there?
I heard they were already anticipating that the Gucci's, the Louis Vuittons. They were all anticipating that they moved all that shit.
Did you see what the police station in Minneapolis did? They got like an 8-foot high wall they built around the entrance to the station, and it's all like huge cement slabs.
Jesus.
But it is so wild.
What's his statement?
Oh, he was like, okay. So he was like, to be absolutely clear, neither I nor anyone in our group was engaged in any looting or vandalism. And some other shit.
For context.
Really long.
We were gassed and forced. Oh, okay. So he's basically just talking about what you saw.
Yeah.
Okay, well, shit. That sucks. I thought I
He
wanted to say
he was
on
gassed
TV.
because, but the thing is, like, to be fair to the cops, he was gassed because he was around people throwing like flash grenades and fucking
Shooting off Roman candles.
Right, that wasn't.
They're guilty by association.
That's not all right. They're gonna shoot the gas at that, and I believe they should be able to.
Well, it's in that situation, it's kind of hard for the cops to decipher who's doing it and who's not.
Right. So you're there.
Answers all day, every motherfucking day. But fuck the police. 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 Fuck the police.
So I'm duty bound to be here to simply say that it is your duty not to burn your own house down for anger with an enemy. It is your duty to fortify your own house so that you may be a house of refuge in times of organization. And now is the time to plot, plan, strategize, organize, and mobilize.